Okay, gonna be showing it's a pyramid head. And if this doesn't work, then I'm just gonna hop in to a game. I don't know if it'll let me start this. You know what? I don't think it'll let me unless I have a survivor. So what I can do is jump into an actual game. We'll see. Yeah, if it doesn't work here, then I'm gonna go to an actual game. Oh, did not mean to do that. Also, another thing to take advantage of is it seems like every single day you're getting 50,000 when you log in. I don't know why. Don't know if it's a bug. But the 50,000 you can use. Yeah, I can't start this on another person, so I'll queue for an actual game. And this big octopus. It's probably gonna put me against some tryhards, not gonna lie. We find a match. So basically with Pyramid Head, from what I've been seeing, a lot of it has been about predicting and understanding pathing of survivors. And even if you don't understand pathing of survivors to the fullest extent, at least understanding the directions that they run. Because a lot of lower rank survivors and some higher ranks will run in one direction specifically. So, to combat this, you simply just have to sort of make a guess on where they're going to end up at by the time you pop your ability. Now, at first, it's gonna be a tough ride, just like with the Huntress, but with practice and time, you can get it. And then soon you can do it without any effort. Think about it like a nurse blink. You know, technically speaking, you're blinking through the wall blind, you're just trying to hit them. But think about Pyramid Head skill as sort of like a nurse blink. You know, you're trying to blindly get from point A to point B with the sort of idea in mind that you're going to hit something blindly, may I add. But it does not matter if you do it bad or good. What matters is if you get the hit. And that's the #1 rule for this. Just get the hit. Yes, indeed. Very badass. In the hands of the right person can be very dangerous indeed. Very dangerous. I mean, think about his ability as two different parts. The hitting through the wall, think about that maybe like a Dr. Shock mixed with a little bit of like, yeah, just Dr. Shock. That's a good one. Yeah. And then his secondary ability, think about it sort of like the Hag. How her traps work. Sort of like the Hag. It's just, they seem to take a few abilities and mix them together from other killers to make the outcome of what we see now. In one moment. I'm just gonna search for a match. I couldn't get the custom game to work. I just needed one survivor. But I guess tomorrow, if things work out, then we will have that. So, there's going to be a lot of prediction involved with the one part of his skill. The other part's real simple. Just think about it like the Hag or the Trapper. Setting it up along the way of certain loops and certain high traffic areas. How you will determine a high traffic area is how your survivors play. Higher ranked survivors have a certain set way of playing, certain pathing that they'll take, versus lower ranks. So, with that all in mind, you will have to work off that mindset, that idea that they will move in a certain way, and yes, you may not always get the right call, but it's okay. Hopefully we find a game. Let's see something real quick. Okay, 10:54. Should be too long, hopefully. But, yeah, at first, I mean, if you really want to focus on the ability itself, then work on predicting. Excuse me, doggy. I'd say work on your predicting skills, because unless they're running in a straight line, you're never really going to hit them.
I see waiting time is still long.
Yeah. It's horrible. No, I guess in the meantime, let me use some of this. What is the first one that I need to get to? Oh, it's level 5. Jeez. Oh, haunted grounds already? Oh.
Hey, sweetie, I didn't know you were here.
Well, there goes my level 5.
Where you going? Huh?
Do you like playing the Executioner?
I've probably played him once or twice by now, and I think he's great if you have a full set of perks. If that makes sense. It's a lot better when you have like more perks to use. If not, then it comes down to you understanding the map, understanding how the survivors play, and then at that time you're basically, I guess, just sort of mouse one killer. I mean, outside of the whole like setting up your traps and using your ability, you just won't have anything to slow the game down. It's fine though. It's cool. A lot of tutorials will explain basically about the abilities and, you know, try and show you God, my English. Try and show you examples of where you would set up basically like your traps and all that. Guess if it makes sense. Another thing is, I guess, another thing that they'll show is like, I'm trying to think, because I'm going to show some of those things too. It might not work, because I don't really have the perks to the extent that they do, but, yeah, it'll be fine. Snoopy, come here. Go sit down, buddy. What's up? Wanna play some killer with me, buddy? Play some killer with me, buddy? I'll scratch your back if you do. Just like that, see? Scratch your back. Watch out there, buddy. My little buddy. You're my little buddy. Yeah, this search times are going to be long right now because it's really early. Barely anyone is on. Except for maybe Survivor Friends. Survivor Friends. They're usually on at this time. And they're on really late at night. Good boy. Good boy. Snoopy! Buddy, don't you dare. Sit down. Run again. Go ahead and sit down, buddy. Don't you dare go out that front door. Surprise, Survivor friends.
Is it because everyone wants to play killer?
No, it's just over here. I mean, the game already has a low player count, and there are certain hours where it's peak. And in the US, at least from what I have experienced, no one's ever really on at the really early hours, except for like Survivor friends. Like, it's usually like, because it's 11 o'clock for me right now. Usually once it hits like 12 or 1, I get a lot faster queuing times. A lot more people are on. It's just the servers themselves, because it wants to find me a game in my area. So,
Is that trash?
Yes, okay. But yeah. The Dead by Daylight Killer Challenge, there we go. Alright, we're gonna try this. So, Killer Shack, very important, and apparently has my haunted grounds. So we're gonna cut off. And last but not least, you don't have to do it like that. Now, for this one, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it a little safe. You wanna try to play it safe before you go willy-nilly with the ability, but if you wanna go all out, go ahead. She's up here.
Excuse me, little nigga.
No? They know how to play against him. Never mind. Okay, I forgot I had that R2. As you see though, without a lot of perks. There we go, we hit one. Got two. Now, if they're smart, which they might be. She's gonna get away. There's a chest here. I'm not gonna send him to the cage for the first part. Or for this part. I don't know that. So I'm gonna move away. They're gonna end up getting them. The other two are hiding. One's standing still, I guess. And then and there's this one. Okay, maybe not the best example of a game. Yeah. So, right now, she's gonna go get him. They're gonna run through my... So, for a moment like this, see, you pay attention to what they're doing, and you go for it. If you don't hit it, that's fine. You can use it to fake out. Like right here. Watch this. See? You don't have to use his ability to try and hit. You can also zone them off, just like that. You'll zone them off like that. And look it, she's just gonna sit there and she's just gonna keep going on. Now, in doing so, you can close the gap, right? And get them to go in the direction you want them to. Right now, even though she thinks I'm fucking around, I have full control of this chase. Breaking that pallet gives her freedom to move. But you see what I mean by that. Like, you have control. You can zone off with that. Almost. Ah, she broke off. But use your ability to your advantage, like in that. Oh, he's AFK, so I'm just gonna like kill you. They need to stop trying to farm him. Just let him die. He's AFK. There's a gen over here that they were working on. Now, you can also use his ability on the gens, too. What I would suggest is doing it not necessarily in line of sight, but if you can, avoid line of sight when doing it. I'm sorry, bro, but okay. But yeah, I'm just gonna let him get another gen done. I mean, I don't really care. So they're about to 3-gen themselves here. So yeah, just take your chances. She just kept running on though, I mean, doesn't surprise me. He learned that time, but there is no pallet here. Do a little fake out. He did a slow vault. He will be punished for that. You can fake out with your ability. You don't always have to make it hit. That's the thing. So, she's tormented. Another thing that you can do if you really want to is, with the fake out, you can miss on purpose and make it look like you're bad. Because what that'll do is that'll throw them off. They'll think that you're bad and they can do as they please. But in reality, it could be any closer. It couldn't be any closer to the case. So, right here. He didn't know what to do. He kept running back and forth. You have one choice. Oh, it's not letting me put him in the... Oh, he's not tormented. So, this might just be a 3K. Because I really do not care to get the 4K. Because the last person thinks that they're cocky shit. Thinks they're hot shit. And then they literally just hid.
I got a message from somebody saying we'll be there in 10 minutes. Alright, we should, what?
things in this one.
There's some. There's some.
Hold on.
I would say that the hooks, the cage is nice, but I think the hook still holds more value.
Going in or out the door.
Kindred, sprint burst stuff. Yeah, I don't know why the one guy just didn't play, but you see what I mean? Like, there are many ways that you can use his ability outside of just that one thing. So you're not stuck to just having to hit the shot. You can use it to zone off. You can use it to goof around. And people will not know necessarily what to do. As you've seen, the girl got confused. But the whole time, she was zoned off. She could not move. She's stuck in between a pallet and me.
That Medgosh thought she was smart, lol.
Yeah. And had that, like, how it works out is she's zoned off. Either she's going to go one way and take a hit, or she's going to go out the pallet, and as she's doing the pallet, I don't have to do my thing. I can just pull it back. I can hit her in the animation of the pallet vault. Or at least by the time she's done with it, she will get an auto hit and go down. So you don't always have to, like, land a shot with his ability. If that makes sense. Like, I think he does a lot better job of zoning off than killers like Trapper and like Clown, etc. Because ultimately those killers are, like, phenomenal for zoning and keeping survivors in one spot. That's, well, just like the Doctor too, but I mean, after the changes and all, it feels weird. But most definitely, like, the Clown, Hag, Trapper are all meant to zone off. The Plague, yes, and no at the same time. Depends on how you play her. But I mean, she could be either the definition of zoning, or she could be more like a direct hit. You're gunning for blood. You're gunning for direct hits. Kind of deal. Now, a lot of my killers are low level, except for a few. So I want to screw around, but I keep getting tryhard survivors. So I feel like what helped us there is that one of them was AFK. I mean, I hated it because the guy just got farmed by his teammates, but well, it's whatever. I don't know. I want to play Myers, but I don't have the patience. Plus, I don't have anything for him. Um, chances are the game's not gonna go good. You don't really get good games with her. Let's screw around with her. Instead of whispers, we're gonna go with spies. Although whispers is very... we'll try whispers. Should like sloppy butcher on. I need to level her up some, but I've been mostly playing other killers. So, ultimately, with a lot of these killers, it comes down to how you yourself, God damn, my man's going in. It comes down to how you yourself play the killer. As you've seen, you're not limited to just playing Pyramid Head in one way. Let me get up the video real quick so I can look at the chat, just in case I miss anything. But let me turn down my volume. But yeah, you've seen how, like, everyone has their way of playing killers, and every killer can be played in a different way. Like, with Ghostface, I use his stealth mode not necessarily to stalk, but for intel, because if anyone spots you, it reveals them. So what you can do is go to a high point in the map, like a hill or on top of some structure, and you can go stealth mode and you can look around and you can stalk, and anyone within a certain distance will be spotted. But better yet, you can make yourself seen, because when people look at you in your direction, it will expose where they're at. So either way, you're going to be getting some value. So don't ever be afraid to just give yourself up like that, because in the end, well, I guess how I should explain it is, survivors will get really, like, I don't know, survivors will get cocky. Survivors will expect you to be hiding, and then when you're not hiding, they'll look at you right away and they'll be like, ha 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 ha, look at this guy. Look at this guy. Ha ha ha. You know? And it all comes down to how you mentally play it. Hemorrhage and exhausted. We're gonna double whammy them. Now, a thing with the pig. Let me see. A thing with the pig. I just gotta check something real quick, and then I'll be back on the main screen. Nope, not at all. Never mind. Go back to main screen. with the pig, base pig, that is, unless they buffed her crouch moving speed. The moving around crouched is not really the best idea unless you have an add-on that increases your crouch movement speed. But what you can do is alternate, and I'll show you what I mean by that once we like get a match. What that means is that for certain areas you walk into, you can crouch, get your insidious perk up where they can't see you, and then stand, because for a second after you stand you're still invisible, like your Terra Radius is gone, etc. So I'll try my best to show. Oh, is this gonna be a fun match? 2 flashlights. Oh boy. This is gonna be fun. So they don't want to have fun. They don't. They came here to destroy a killer. Ah, yes, you brought the cake too. You brought the cake. That's cute. I wonder which one of you did. Because I'm gonna have fun with this one then. Everyone that's hit with the trap will get hemorrhage and exhausted. So exhausted perks are nice. You want to hit them with exhausted. Any kind of like add-on, I guess I should say, that does exhausted, you want to do, because that's what their second chance perks run off of, is exhausted, like sprint burst, lithe, etc., stuff like that, dead hard. It runs off exhausted. So if they're exhausted, they cannot use those perks. So when you're starting off like this, you don't want to exactly start off crouching. You want to get a little ways in, then crouch. Whispers, they're near me. So he'll be the first. Always trap. Try not to trap the same person twice. I got a DC. So he DC'd. Nice. So they're still near me. Whispers is going off. See if we hear him here. Perfect. They're gen rushing, 1 DC'd. Odds are looking favorable. He's still nearby because he's hiding to go back. So here's what we're gonna do. I see him in the back there. So he's gonna loop back through there. He's gonna run this way. He dead-hearted into me, which is fine. Now he's exhausted. He has no way of getting out of this. He's gonna try to make it to the next pallet, but he will not be able to make it in time. We put trap on him. Pick him up, and that's fine because now they're playing on my terms. Because now and we farm them. Should have hit. She's gonna go for the save. He's gonna try and kill himself. Last trap. They're gonna be off trying to get these off, so they're gonna go to the further away ones. He's gonna go for the save. The other guy's hiding. There he is. The other guy's gonna go for the save here. And yes, I do have time to make it. There's only two places they can run. You have really bad pathing, D strike. Well, if he's going to save that guy, then I might break off. You gotta get teabagged down, my boy. Yeah. How does it taste? Tastes bad, doesn't it? Get outplayed. Poor baby survivor. I'll let the entity deal with you. Never mind, this game went exactly how I wanted it to. Alright, entity. Go ahead and do your thing. I'm gonna watch
Laughing
it.
teabagging.
Oh yeah, you should have seen it. They thought they were the shit. 2 DCs, 1 dies on hook. And then I saved the best for last. Yeah. Listen to that snapping. Feels bad, doesn't it? Let's see these ranks real quick. Yikes! Try hard perks, bro. Borrow time. Oh my god, it doesn't get more meta than this. What happened, my guy? Brings an escape cake. Brings an escape cake for nothing. Just for him to get the points, basically. GG. Just for him to get all them points. I don't know how I should feel about that. I'm gonna check. Because I messaged the 2 people. Why did they rage quit? I said GG to the ones that stayed. But the other ones, I said, why you
GG.
rage quit? Like, that's just crazy, man. I don't understand this game. Like, I'm playing low rank, getting put against high rank, and people that are like low rank because of rank reset. Not myself included, I swear. And these are the games I get where they come in real cocky, and then I take a killer that I only have this much of a setup with, and I win. I trapped the first guy, he DC'd 2 seconds in. Second person DC'd, and then I knew from there on. Last 2 people had to stay. I cared too much about their points and pips. It was a crazy matchup because I received a message. Oh my god. I get good games. And then I get bad games. The bad games make me fucking off myself, but anyways.
Well, that's done.
4 survivors running
That's
sweatiest
such
perks they
clutch
can.
perks.
And I even honestly, I forget some of the perks I have.
They did.
Like, I forget. Like, I honestly forget that I had No One Escapes Death on her, because, okay, so Monto had this endgame build that I was trying to do with the pig. But little did I know that I needed a bunch of perks from other killers. So I started working on the hag, because No One Escapes Death was one of them. Basically, you let everyone get the gens done, and then you just chase them down. Try and kill them. I wanted to use Blood Warden too. See if I got a message. Okay. It's pretty crazy. Well, these are the games I'm getting constantly every day at this point. And it's like nothing new, like... I've been streaming this stuff. So it makes it worse. The actual fact that, like... I've been streaming a lot of this stuff. And it's red ranks. And I believe at this point I'm getting red ranks because of just how I'm playing. Like, I don't know. I guess it feels like it'll balance a game out. I receive a message. Oh, I'm about to screenshot. Alright, could pick a different killer. Should find a game faster. I don't know, I might play a survivor. We'll see. I don't know. I might do Destiny, because I do need to, like... I don't know. Let me, check my thingy. Boopity boopity bop. Now, that is a big thing with killers like the pig, is her crouch time and the walk speed for it is very hindering at times. So, what I would suggest is, if you want to pick up a killer like the pig, be ready to sweat a lot until you get used to her and get certain perks that like get ready to use certain perks that, you know, make her stuff either go faster or certain effects. Exhaustion is really strong. So once again, dead hard, sprint burst, slides, I believe unbreakable as well, and maybe adrenaline are all affected by it, and D-strike I believe too. Exhaustion will get rid of their ability to do stuff like that. On top of that, you'll know, like you'll be safe to chase them. Let me switch over to Destiny.